Welcome back in grade 2. How are you? Today we are going to learn more about land habitat. Look at this drawing grade 2. What do you see? Can you see these large trees? Sunlight, birds, animals, grass, insects. A lot of living things can live in one place. This place is called a forest. In this drawing, you see a forest. A forest is a large area of land that is covered with trees and bushes, just as you see. One type of forest is a woodland forest. The woodland forest has many trees, not a lot of trees, but many trees and a lot of sunlight. Some of these trees lose their leaves each fall. Other trees stay green all year. So, the drawing you see is a woodland forest because you can see many trees and a lot of sunlight. Now, take another look to this drawing and try to count how many different living things can you see in this woodland forest. Let's try. We have raccoon, we have squirrel, we have fox, we have black bear, rabbit, worm. Can you see it? It's here. It's a worm. Insects. A deer. Bird. Another bird. More birds. And a mice. A lot of living things can live in this habitat. What do you think, grade 2? Why do all these living things can live in a woodland forest? What do these living things need? Yes, they need food, water, and a shelter. And they get all what they need in this habitat. So they live here. Trees and shrubs are very important for the living things in the forest. Look at this squirrel. This squirrel, just like many living things, find shelter and safety in the trees. Not all animals can climb up the trees, especially big animals. Now look at this photo. In this photo, there is a lot of trees. It's almost covered with trees. This type of forest called tropical forest or rainforest because it rains almost every day in this habitat or in this forest. The trees in a rainforest grow tall and have huge leaves. Why do you think that grade 2? Why these plants have huge leaves? If you know, it rains almost every day. That means there is not a lot of sunlight every day. So, these plants have huge leaves to absorb more sunlight. Interesting! Many kinds of animals live in a rainforest. Sloths, birds, and monkeys are some animals that live in the trees. Large animals, such as jaguars, live on the ground. Forests are full of animals. There are many different kinds of animals and living things live in forests. Look at this. It hunts for its food on the ground. It cannot climb up the trees. This bird is called toucan. Toucans make their nests in holes in trees. And this is a sloth. The sloth eats leaves from trees. Now, what do you think, grade 2? How are woodland forests and rainforests the same, and how are they different? Take another look for these photos. The right photo for woodland forests, and the left one for rainforests. Yes, they both have different kinds of plants and animals, but woodland forests can get rain or snow, while rainforests get rain almost every day. so it's called rainforest. Look at this photo to the left. It shows a desert. One type of deserts is hot deserts. This photo for a hot desert. A desert is a large area of land that gets very little rain. As you know, some deserts are hot during the day and cold at night. These deserts are called hot deserts. There are many animals live in a hot desert, just like foxes, snakes, and hogs. Another type of deserts is a cold desert. These deserts are cold all the time. One example of a cold desert is the Arctic. It's a cold desert near the North Pole. Polar bears, moose seals, and walruses are some animals that live in the Arctic. Look at this photo. It's another type of lands. It's called a grassland. Grasslands are filled with grasses and wildflowers. Bisons can live in grasslands. They eat the grass in the grassland. In grasslands, small animals can hide in the grass and shrubs. Look at this prairie dog. Prairie dogs live in tunnels under the ground, so other animals cannot eat it. They find the safety under the ground. A lot of plant-eating animals can survive on the grass and leaves of this habitat. That means meat-eating animals can hunt for food. So, plant-eating animals and meat-eating animals can live in grasslands. Now we have a big question. So listen and try to answer grade 2. Some land habitats have more kinds of living things than other land habitats. Why do you think that? Some land habitats have more kinds of living things than other land habitats. Yes, some land habitats have more room for plants and animals to grow and live. So, more kinds of living things can live in. There is a very interesting video related to this topic of grade 2. You will find the link in the description. So please find and watch it. It's so interesting. That's enough for today, grade 2. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.